Hi. Oh my goodness. I don't know what happened with the previous image, but um, you may have experienced a hiccup because the screen went blank. But anyway, tonight we're going to talk about best strategies to sleep better now. So at the end of this video, you're going to have at least 3 strategies that you can start using tonight. So just hang with me. And again, I apologize for the hiccup. Let me know if you're here. I want to hear from you. I want to see you. I want to know who you are and where you're here from. So I want to tell you a story. And my story is that I was not sleeping for a long time, especially um, when I went into perimenopause. I didn't even know. I mean, how many of us know that we're in perimenopause? We just start feeling night sweats and all kinds of different things. Our bodies start changing and we don't even know what's going on. And so for me, I would just wake up in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, and usually till 4 or 4:30. I would be wide awake and in bed, just tossing and turning. And the next day I would be so angry at my husband because he would just sleep. He still sleeps like a log. And I had never had trouble sleeping, so I never had any reason to know what to do. But after I started studying functional nutrition and started realizing how everything is linked in the body and how everything is connected, I realized that there are so many things that we can do to improve our sleep. And so if you are here and you know that you're having trouble sleeping, let me know, and let me know if any of these things resonate with you. So one of them is getting that second wind in the evening. You're tired, you want to go to bed, and then you do one more thing and then another thing. Before you know it, you have a second wind and you're just enjoying yourself clean the kitchen, and you don't even know what's going on. But 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight, and you're still awake, then you try to go to sleep and you can't. So that's one. The other one is when you wake up in the middle of the night, you go to sleep right away, and then you wake up and you're wide awake. Maybe you need to go to the bathroom, you're wide awake, and then you can't go to sleep and you toss and you turn, or perhaps you even get up, watch TV or read or do something, and 5 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden you are super tired because you haven't had enough rest. So that kind of was me. And then the other one is when you have symptoms of some kind, like stomach problems or maybe a headache or something that is keeping you awake, and or you're worrying. And this is the other one where you're wired and tired. You go to bed and then you're just worried and churning, thinking about all kinds of things. Let me know which one of those is you. The one that gets the second wind, the ones that gets up between 2 and 4 in the morning, the other one that has all kinds of symptoms, or the fourth one that is wired and tired and just cannot shut down her brain. So let me know in the comments which one of those you are. I'm going to put there's no room here. Oh yeah, here we go. In the comments, I'm going to put in a PDF that I have prepared for you so that you can download it. And I want you to go and download this PDF because it has so many strategies on here. Tonight, I'm only going to talk about 3. And let me know where you're joining me from. I would love to know. So the first one that I want to discuss with you, the first thing that you can do even tonight, is when you are, well, first of all, you want to make sure that you're not eating a whole lot of carbs at night. And so if you finish eating at 7 o'clock at night, ideally you're not going to go to sleep till 10 o'clock at night. So 2 to 3 hours, no food. Okay. And especially carbs, because carbs, what happens with carbs, like refined flours and cookies and sweet things, ice cream, that kind of thing, What happens with that food is that it makes your blood sugar go up, it spikes, and then it drops down. I actually wore a continuous blood glucose monitor on my arm for 2 weeks, and I realized that my blood sugar was dropping at 2 a.m., and that's why I was waking up. And what happens when you wake up like that is that your body is trying to produce enough sugar to bring you back to balance. And so the hormone that does that is cortisol. And cortisol is the get up and go, is the anxiety hormone. It's the one that gives you energy when you're anxious or when you have to run, kind of like fight or flight. And that hormone goes up in the middle of the night, and then you're wide awake. So what you can do in order to make sure that that doesn't happen to you is make sure that you eat enough protein at dinner time. And then right before you go to bed, you could also have a little snack, but I'm talking like a tablespoon of peanut butter or almond butter or something that has protein and a little bit of fat. Thank you for joining me. I see you guys. Just tell me where you're joining me from. Luz. Yeah, and so Luz says that sometimes she feels tired, but her brain cannot shut down. So that's number 3. That's the one that I just mentioned. And number 3, that's what we call wired and tired. Wired and tired means that your cortisol level is really high. Again, that hormone that makes you get up and go. And then the blood sugar goes up. And so you cannot shut down because you are in fight or flight, believe it or not. Fight or flight is when you are so energized that you cannot calm down. So consider, number 1, your coffee intake, your caffeine. Caffeine actually has a half-life, meaning that in 7 hours, a half-life of 7 hours, meaning that in 7 hours, half of it is gone from your body. That means that the coffee that you drank at 7 in the morning, at 2 o'clock, half of it is gone, that caffeine, but the other half is still with you. Your body's still trying to get rid of it. So that may be keeping you awake. And then the other thing is consider meditation, prayer, breathing, maybe walking during the day to bring that cortisol down, the cortisol that is keeping you revved up. So wired and tired. You're tired because you have those hormones that make you go to sleep at night, like melatonin, and but the cortisol is higher. And so those two need to match. Cortisol needs to be really low at night and melatonin high. And I call that the wave, catching the wave, where those two cross. So melatonin is really at its highest, cortisol is at its lowest. And when they meet, that's your bedtime. That's when you start feeling kind of drowsy. That's your call to go to bed. If you ignore that call, you're going to be getting that second wind. And the second wind keeps you up till whenever, because your cortisol now starts rising. And once the cortisol starts rising, you're going to have a hard time falling asleep. Okay, so hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. And so I just put in a PDF that you can download, okay, so that you can see those 10 sleep strategies. So we've talked about having a little protein and fat before you go to bed, like a nut butter, something that doesn't have carbs. That may help you balance that blood sugar in the middle of the night. The other strategy is to make sure that you do some kind of calming exercise, like yoga or walking, some kind of breathing or meditation or prayer, something that's going to mellow you out early on in the evening so that you can bring down that cortisol and allow the melatonin to catch up. And then also to make sure that you hear the call that your body's giving you when you feel tired and you go to bed right away. So you just joined us. Welcome. Make sure that you tell us where you're joining from. So we're talking about sleep strategies that you can use today. So we talked about the meat pill, which is what I call the meat pill, is something that has protein and a little bit of fat to get you to fall asleep and to control the blood sugar in the middle of the night. Then the next one is to be sure that you stop eating early in the evening, 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. But the most important one, the most important thing that you can do to maximize your sleep is to have a bedtime routine, to know exactly what time you're going to go to bed and start preparing yourself, making sure that your room is completely pitch black. I'm talking get rid of all flashing lights, all cell phones, anything that could give you any amount of light. Blackened curtains or shades, and covering that alarm clock, and perhaps even eye mask. That really works for me. When I can't sleep, I just put my eye mask, dark eye mask on, and earplugs. And that really helps me fall asleep. And then the last thing I want to show you before we go is the thing that I have discovered is my LifeWave patches. This one is 𝗓𝗓𝗪𝗓, and this one is Silent Nights. And these patches are energy patches, and you just wear them on your skin, and they do all kinds of wonderful things to help you move energy around your body. So for example, Silent Nights, this patch is amazing. What this does, and there's no medication in this, it's not a transdermal patch, it's an energy patch. It uses the energy from your body to produce what you're already producing, only to be more efficient. So Silent Nights, this patch, you can put it behind your neck, or you can put it right here on your temple. Again, there's no medication in this, and it helps you secrete more melatonin, and melatonin helps you go to sleep. And so this is a great patch for that. And then 𝗓𝗓𝗪𝗓 is my favorite. This one I wear every night. I put it on my foot, on the top of my foot. This is kind of like self-acupuncture, you guys. And so what this one does is it stimulates your body to produce more collagen and to decrease oxidative stress. And when it does that, for some reason, it helps you fall asleep. And the sleep that you get with these patches is like sweet sleep. It's like when you were a baby and you didn't worry about anything. That's how I feel when I wake up. I feel refreshed. I feel just like I had sweet sleep. That's what it is. It's sweet sleep. That's the only way I can figure. But I want to know if you guys have any questions before we go, and I want to remind you to go ahead and download that PDF. It's free, and I'm going to be doing these Facebook Lives every Tuesday at 7 p.m., and I would love to have you guys join me. So I'm going to wait a few seconds to see if anybody's typing any questions. And I want to encourage you to download the PDF and to join me next Tuesday when we're going to talk about, let's see, stress and anxiety and calming the nervous system, because unless the nervous system is calmed down, we cannot heal. So thank you guys for being here, for joining me. I love you, and I cannot wait to see you again. Thank you so much for your support. See ya. Bye-bye. Check your inboxes because I have a surprise for you this week. Bye-bye.